Anna and Ethan. I not only lost some of my best friends, but I also lost a sister. Never in a million years would I have thought that something like this would have happened to my closest friends. I thought that we were going to wake up and go upstairs, see them and tell them how they had scared us, and that they were going to tease us about how we were constantly scaredy cats. And make jokes about it as we would go to Taco Bell like always. But sadly, that is not what happened and what turned out to be my worst nightmare. When I first woke up that morning, I had no idea what happened. I woke up around 7 with a terrible toothache. So I called my dad, who is a dentist, and he asked what I should do. He told me to take Advil, so I did, and I went back to sleep. I was still out of it and still didn't know what happened. If I had known, I of course would have called 911 right away. I still carry so much regret and guilt for not knowing what had happened and not calling right away.
Ooh, that's loud.
Even though I understand it wouldn't have changed anything, not even if the paramedics had been right outside the door. I was so frantic that morning and scared to death, not knowing what had happened. And when I made the 911 call, I couldn't even get out the words. And from then on, I don't remember a thing.
Fair use, fair use.
That was the worst day of my life.
Get y'all tissue ready.
While I was still in shock, trying to process the fact that my friends were truly gone, I had been attacked by the public. I was grieving.
Welcome in, welcome in.
And unsure of what had happened was even real. And at the same time, I was getting flooded with death threats and hateful messages from people who did not know me at all or know the dynamic of our friendship. Social media made it so much worse, and strangers
Sorry I was late.
entertaining themselves. The media harassed not just me.
Welcome in, welcome in.
People showed up at our house. They called my phone, my parents' phones, other family members' phones, and we were chased while I was still trying to survive emotionally and grieve the loss of my friends. I hated and still hate that they are gone, but for some reason, I am still here and I got to live.
Hello, Devin.
I still think about this every day. Why me? Why did I get to live?
This is not about P.Diddy. This is about Bryan.
Not even look at their families without feeling
You're gonna live for students.
I did not know what to say.
Hello, Jacob.
I was terrified that my presence just made the pain worse. And I was still here when their kid.
Hello, Mad.
My loved ones should have been here instead. After everything happened, I was afraid to go into my own backyard or alone in my house. I was scared that the person who did this would come for me next. I was always scared that the media would try to catch me at any moment of any day, even when I was just walking around my house. I made my parents close all the blinds during the day so no one could see me even in the slightest chance. I barely left the house, and when I did, I made sure I was never alone.
No free Bryan.
I slept in my parents' room for almost a year. I made them double.
He already admitted to it. This is his sentencing, in case you guys didn't see the title of my live.
In case someone was hiding, and I still check my room every night before, and I double lock it. I have not slept through a single night since this happened. I constantly wake up in panics, terrified. Someone is breaking in, or someone is here to hurt me, or I'm about to lose someone else that I love. The fear never really leaves. For a long time, I could barely get out of bed, but one day I realized I have to live for them. They did not get the chance to keep living, but I do, and I will not take that for granted. So now every day I remind myself to live for them, and everything I do it with them in mind. I am still scared to go out in public.
He did a plea deal, you guys. A plea deal, meaning that he already admitted to it.
I am beyond blessed to still be here, and I refuse.
They asked him the questions, did he do it? And he said yes.
Our house was not just a house, it was a home. It was where we laughed till we couldn't breathe, make meals meals, did crafts, binge watched reality shows, played games, and spent lazy days on the couch. It was movie nights, wine nights, morning debriefs, pranks, hot chocolate, cookies, and warmth. I will cherish those memories forever, and I will not let what happened erase how special our home was or how much those memories meant to me. Now I would like to share some bits and pieces of who they were as people and some of the memories that we shared. One of my favorite memories was Halloween, and we all went to Sigma Chi. But instead of partying,
Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming through.
Laughing all night long.
Fair use, fair use.
That hard in my life. We did not care about the party, we were just happy to be with each other. Xana was 1 in a million. She was the life of the party. But she was also the kindest and funniest person I knew. Everyone loved her because she made everyone feel so loved. She was just someone you always wanted to be around, no matter the circumstance. One of my favorite days with Xana was when she laid on the couch. When we laid on the couch together all day, watching movies and snacking. Or when she, Maddie, and I would go and get margaritas, chips, and salsa. She would also light up a room with her presence alone.
Fair use, fair use.
Kaylee had the most beautiful, radiant smile. She was so kind, but also one of the funniest people I've ever known. She loved playing little pranks. She always had us laughing so hard that we could not breathe. She was so full of energy and life. I really believe that she could have ruled the world if she wanted to, and she would have been America's sweetheart. Ethan was the sweetest, most genuine guy.
Everybody's welcome. Drop in the chat if you'd like to say hello. Come on in and say hello.
Ethan was the kind of person you wanted around. He was so kind and easy.
Only positive people, please. I'd appreciate it.
And the way he cared for Xana was truly something to admire. It really was proof that storybook love and true romances really do exist. It was not only obvious to me, but everyone that was around Ethan and Xana that they were absolute soulmates. Maddie was not only one of my best friends, but she was
fair use, fair use.
I would have always wanted. There was no one I looked up to or admired more than Maddie. She was truly a ray of sunshine, and everyone was drawn to her. She was so kind, loving, funny, fun, and passionate. She had the sweetest soul and wanted nothing but the best for everyone, and to love and show love to everyone. She took me under her wing and always made me feel so safe and included, and above all, loved and valued. She never failed to make me laugh or put a smile on my face. Still to this day, I am beyond grateful that she chose me to be her sorority.
Hey Armando, how are you? Thank you for coming through.
Got to know her, but had her as one of my best friends. Honestly, I cannot pinpoint one favorite memory with Maddie because I have so many, and this would be a very long read if I did. But if some little memories with her that I cherish is when the two of us made a nice dinner and split some wine, or when we would binge watch Jersey Shore or Summer House. When we came up with a whole dance routine on Halloween and danced and sang all night, like no one was watching. All the late night walks home from going out, and just little shopping trips and so much more. I am beyond blessed that I had the chance to know each and every one of them. They changed my life in ways I would have never put into words. I hope that they are remembered for who they are, not what happened to them, because who they are were so beautiful, and they deserve to be remembered in the highest way. My heart breaks every time I go to text one of them, or how badly I wish I could see and hang out with them. And then I remember I cannot. I will never be able to again. But I still talk to them in my prayers every single night, and I always will. I wish more than anything I could hug them one last time. And I wish I could tell them how much I love them. And even though I cannot, I still tell them every night. I will keep living for them as long as I am lucky enough to still be here. And they were all truly one of a kind, and they will be in our hearts forever and always.
Thank you. And please convey to Bethany my appreciation for her courage. family alone. Reading a statement by Bethany Funk, one of the surviving roommates. Boy, Bryan Kohberger looks a little angry. He's not happy. It's going to get worse. We'll get a break.
Of course he's not happy.
Roommate is next. Stay with us.
He unalived 4 people that were loved. That's crazy. Ah! Hold on. I gotta mute. Almost got myself in trouble with that one. Them doggone commercials. Yeah, this is crazy work. Hopefully it won't be too long. They're saying that it might last 2 days. I don't know. I just hopefully it'll be over today. Yeah, it might last 2 days, meaning they'll do some today and then they'll do the sentencing tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm not going to be on here that long. I'm just showing you a little bit of, a little bit of it. And then when they do the actual sentencing, I'll go live again. And then you guys will hear just the sentencing of him. This is just the victims' families talking about the victims. Because if I sat here the whole time showing you guys this is going to take forever. It'll be too long of a live. Nobody's going to sit through hours of a live like that. Especially when it's a tearjerker. They got all these people talking about their loved ones being unalived by Bryan Kohberger like that. That's just, oh my God, nonsense. No reason, just because. And that's another thing. I'm hoping that he does tell us his motivation on why he did it. That's what I really want to know. For what? You just seen somebody that you were crushing on, you were liking, and you stalked them. What happened? I really want to know. I really need to know, actually. It's just sad. Like you drive around afterwards and before, and I don't know. I just don't get it. Why people got to be so evil and do this type of thing for no reason at all, just because. Why? For what? It's a commercial right now, so when the commercial's over, I will be putting it back up on the TV for y'all, so y'all can see what's going on. They're gonna have another person come up, one of the victims' loved ones, to talk about how they felt about them and what type of characters they had and all that stuff. That's what these, statements are at this moment. And then they're gonna sentence him according to, what he did, or, because he pleaded guilty, you guys. Like, he literally pleaded in. And he already said he did everything. And the way he said it was almost like nonchalant, almost like he wasn't human. I don't know how to explain it. But if you guys would have seen that video, you'd have been like, oh my gosh, she's right. This dude is just like answering questions like you're asking him if you want to add anything to your order. Like, I don't understand that. But yeah, so we're waiting for the commercial. It's almost over. These commercials are long. I don't understand why they got these long commercials. All right, we're back on. Hold on. Let me put you guys back up. Hold on, I think it's on. Hold on. Okay, let me turn it on. Let me turn off the mute. Oop.
Was the surviving witness who saw Bryan Kohberger in her house. She was the roommate who survived. She is now addressing the court and the killer of her friends.
All right, here we go. This is the one she was one of the ones that was in the house when this happened. Surviving roommate. Fair use, fair use.
Thank you, Your Honor. What happened that night changed everything. Because of him, four beautiful, genuine, compassionate people were taken from this world for no reason.
Welcome in, welcome in. Please hit that like. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Carried into every room.
And if you don't want to stay the whole time, it's fine. You can at least, maybe 10 minutes of your time if you don't mind. That way your views will count. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Michael. I appreciate that. Everybody has their opinions and their mind, their thoughts and people's lives. All right, here we go.
He took away birthdays, graduations, celebrations, and all the memories that we were supposed to make. All of it is gone. And all the people who loved them are just left to carry that weight forever. He didn't just take them from the world. He took them from me, my friends, my people who felt like my home, the people I looked up to and adored more than anyone. He took away my ability to trust the world around me. What he did shattered me in places I didn't know could break. I was barely 19 when he did this. We had just celebrated my birthday at the end of September. I should have been figuring out who I was. I should have been having the college experience and starting to establish my future.
Fair use, fair use.
Instead, I was forced to learn how to survive the unimaginable. I couldn't be alone. I had to sleep in my mom's bed because I was too terrified to close my eyes. Terrified that if I blinked, someone might be there. I made escape plans everywhere I went. If something happens, how do I get out? What can I use to defend myself? And who can help? And then there are the panic attacks. The kind that slam into me like a tsunami out of nowhere. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stop shaking. All I can do is scream because the emotional pain and the grief is too much to handle.
Thank you for coming in. Please hit that like. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sometimes I drop to the floor with my heart racing, convinced something is very wrong. It's far beyond anxiety. It's my body reliving everything over and over again. My nervous system never got the message that it is over, and it won't let me forget what he did to them. People call me strong. They say I'm a survivor, but they don't see what my new reality looks like. They don't see the panic attacks, the hypervigilance, the exhaustion, the way I scan every room I enter, the way I flinch at sudden sounds. They don't know how heavy it is to carry so much pain and still be expected to keep going, and that's because of him. He stole parts of me I may never get back. He took the version of me who didn't constantly ask, what if that happens again? What if next time I don't survive?
Fair use, fair use.
He may have shattered parts of me, but I'm still putting myself back together. Piece by piece, I'm learning how to live in this new version of life. It is not easy. About a year ago, I had a dream about them. I got to say goodbye. I told them I won't be able to see you again. So I need to tell you goodbye. They all kept asking why, and all I could say was, I can't tell you, but I have to. When I woke up, I felt shattered and heartbroken, but also strangely grateful. Like maybe in some way that dream gave us the goodbye we never got. Still, no dream can replace them, and no goodbye will ever feel finished. He is a hollow vessel, something less than human.
Welcome in, welcome in. Everybody's welcome.
He chose destruction. He chose evil. He feels nothing. He tried to take everything from me. My friends.
This is the surviving roommate making her statement.
He took their lives, but I will continue trying to be like them, to make them proud. Living is how I honor them. Speaking today is to help me find some sort of justice for them. And I will never let him take that from me. He may have taken so much from me, but he will never get to take my voice. He will never take the memories I had with him. He will never erase the love we shared.
Hello, Knights. How are you?
Or the way they made me feel seen and whole. Those things are mine. They are sacred. And he will never.
I'm just ignoring Michael. You don't have much to say. Hello, Load. How are you? Thank you for coming through. No, he's not innocent. He's already admitted.
Even when it hurts, I get to live. And while I will still live with this pain, at least I get to live my life. He will stay here, empty, forgotten, and powerless.
He already pleaded in, just in case you didn't know, Load.
I appreciate it.
Evil less than human.
Addressing the court face to face with Bryan Kohberger. He was face to face inside that home on King Road with Bryan Kohberger.
That's got to be something when you have to face them, the unaliver that did that to your people. All right, here we go. Let me turn this, mute it, because they're going to have a commercial. Fair use. There we go. Someone paid him to take the fall. Oh, so you know something we don't know. So you think somebody's going to like take their whole life away by letting somebody talk them into it? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Here's coerced, huh? Yes, pay me right, I would say. Wait, okay, so wait a minute. Where is he going to spend the money? Unless he's talking about for, for his, what they call it, the food that they get at the prison. Is that's what he's going to spend the money on? Come on now, think about that. Think about it. He's going to be in there for life with no parole, no possibility of parole. The only reason why he pleaded in is because he didn't want to get the DP, right? Load. Think about it. Think about it. So, yeah. I mean, think about it. Think what you're saying about what you're saying. But hey, like I said, everybody has their own thoughts and their own opinions, and you could have them as well. Okay, you guys, I'm about to be getting off soon. I just want to see who's next for the statement, and I'm wondering if it's going to be the guy that was there that also was surviving. That survived. So we'll see after this. We'll see how this goes. Fair use again. You're going to go to, like you want. You're okay with somebody paying you to go to take their spot in prison. What are you going to do with where's the money? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, where's the money going to go? I don't understand that comment, but hey, like I said, your opinion, your thoughts, that's on you. Yeah, so we're waiting for the commercial, and that way we can see who's next. Hopefully it's, like I said, the other survivor that was in the house. And if not, I'm going to be getting off. And then I'm going to wait till they actually do the sentencing for Bryan. Welcome in, welcome in. Still a commercial, y'all. These commercials be for a long time. Oh, boy. Hello. Hello, Spawn. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I'm just waiting for the commercial so I can show you guys the next person that's going to be making a statement about Bryan Kohberger, the victims of Bryan. And then I'll be getting off because I want to see who's going to be next. Thank you for hitting the like. I appreciate it. All right, we're about to go back on. All right, here we go. We're about to go back on, y'all. Let's see who's next.
Kohberger, likely his last court appearance, definitely his last court appearance in this case against him in the Idaho student murders. Up next, addressing the court and addressing the killer is Madison Logan's stepfather.
Stepfather. Ooh.
My name is Scott Laramie. I'm Maddie Logan's stepfather and the husband of Maddie's mother, Karen Laramie. I will read this victim impact statement on behalf of Karen and myself. Maddie was our gift of life, our purpose, and our hope. Maddie quickly became Karen's joy, identity, and purpose in life.
I just want to know why he did it.
Maddie's life as she was 2.5
What was
years
the
old.
reason behind it?
Experience transformed me into a life of joy, love, and family.
Fair use, fair use.
Maddie was bright, beautiful, kind, empathic. She listened carefully to others and was observant, seeing and caring about the hearts and the minds of all she encountered. She loved music and music festivals. She had a wonderful sense of humor. She excelled in school. She was an easy child to raise, almost never requiring discipline, and almost always giving us parental joy. One time Karen remembers disciplining Maddie as a little girl. Maddie responded, "You broke my heart," which of course melted ours.
Mm-hmm.
She had a keen wit, even at that young age. As she transitioned into teenage years, she prioritized us and extended family over many of the distractions that capture teenagers. She showered us with her presence and love at family events, barbecues, picnics, birthdays, holidays, and others. She spent countless hours with her papa, her Uncle David, Aunt Nadine, and her other close family and friends. This world was a better place with her in it.
Mm-hmm.
As she reached adulthood, Maddie applied her studies
Thank you.
to be a marketing professional, entering into an internship at Payne West, and started planning her professional future. As with all things, she involved Karen and myself in the joy of her journey. As she transitioned into womanhood, Karen and I continued to be astounded at this wonderful and accomplished person we had created. All parents dream of accomplishing more than them. We realized this dream, all we had not become.
Hey, Miss Chicago, how are you? Thank you for coming through.
Karen and I are ordinary people.
Please hit the like. Thank
but we
you.
lived extraordinary lives because we had Maddie. Maddie was taken senselessly and brutally in a sudden.
If you haven't done so.
She was taken along with the young, promising, and bright lives of Kaylee
Fair use.
and Ethan. First we felt disbelief. Next we felt disorientation. Then we felt grief overcome us. Our grief is compounded even more for the Goncalves, Granodal, and Chapin families. We speak of hope and healing, and we do have hope and some healing. But the vast emotional wound will never fully heal. Since Maddie's loss, there's emptiness in our hearts, home, and family, an endless void. After losing your mother in a car crash, Karen took to grieve. Karen took years to grieve and recover. The feeling that her life with Maddie and Abe was perfect helped her to start to heal. Now, this is no longer perfect. After Maddie's loss, Karen felt like she was spinning out emotionally.
Fair use, fair use.
Collapsing into anxiety and depression. She sometimes asks, how am I supposed to go on when I've lost my favorite person in the world? I felt the same, and we continue to struggle. The loss of Maddie has impacted so many beyond our family. Her second family is her sorority sisters who grieve alongside us. She has so many close friends who suffer from her loss. We will continue to be. Her loss will continue to be felt by the Vandal community, including Vandal Solutions on campus, where she volunteered her time for others. It helps us to know Maddie is in heaven now, free from the trials of this earth. We, however, continue to live on without
Fair use, fair use.
support of her presence. We will grow old without our only child, our bright, beautiful friend and daughter. In the end, there are no words that can accurately capture the devastation of losing Maddie. We will endure.
This is the statements of the the victims,
We will not let our
the loved ones.
For Maddie, we will continue to love and care for our family and friends, including the families of Kaylee, Santa, and Ethan. We will remain united with them. We can only hope that others out there suffering similar losses can look to us and see that we can overcome hatred, darkness, and evil. We know the law allows us to comment on the defendant and the sentence. As for the sentence, we support the plea agreement. Society needs to be protected against this evil. As for the defendant, we will not waste words, nor will we fall into hatred and bitterness. Evil has many faces, and we now know this, but evil does not deserve our time and attention.
Amen.
We are done being victims. We are taking back our lives. We will turn our time, talents, and attention to hope, healing, and helping others, and to the future.
Hey, Riaz.
Invite all those
How are
who
you?
have suffered with us on this to join us.
Hit the like, please. Thank you.
We can make this world a better place. We can move on from tragedy. Adversity will visit us. Evil will visit us, but we will overcome. We can and will endure. Karen and I express our gratitude to Your Honor and to the prosecution team for allowing us the opportunity to make this statement. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your courage, and I am so sorry for your loss.
Your Honor.
Wow. All right, y'all, it's about to be another commercial, I'm sure, because they've been doing commercials per person.
On behalf of his family, he's the stepfather of Madison Logan, taking place in the courthouse behind me here in Ada County, Idaho.
Accessibility shortcuts, 13 items, voice guide.
Exit.
Julie Janae with us. Reaction so far. Julia, you first.
Heartbreaking all around.
Hold on.
Dylan's victim impact statement so far.
What is going on?
That
There we
it's not
go.
just the Idaho
Sorry about that, y'all.
the slain victims, of course, but so many young people's lives were shattered at a time when she said you're just supposed to be finding yourself. 19, 20, 21 years old. This interrupted their lives emotionally, mentally, and their schooling even.
All right, so you guys, I don't know who's next, but I want to see one more person, and after that, we'll be getting off. And then when they get ready to do his sentencing, I'll get back live, and we'll do the sentencing with him live. What I'll do is I'll just have it, set up, ready to go, and then all I have to do is just start the live as soon as he gets up there. Appreciate y'all coming through, though. Appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. It's crazy. I know they're getting ready to do a commercial right after this. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's see what they're saying.
At first, I saw a bit of a head nod along with things, or it seemed like he might be
Fair use, fair
After a
use.
while, it seems like it's the same emotions, and that it's not emotions, but the same reaction, and that it's not tied to what we are actually here listening to inside of the courtroom. And sometimes you see that with defendants; they're actually checked out of what's going on in the courtroom, and they are continuing to react the way they think is appropriate, and that other people will accept. But I'm not seeing anything. We did learn from Armatt Johnson, who was inside of the courtroom, sending us notes that his mother and sister are sitting on the front row behind the defense table, and the mother is breaking down. The sister is consoling her, but we're not seeing anything like that from their family member, this killer.
Yeah. Yeah, they visited him in the Ada County Jail last night.
Wow.
In the courtroom, and I can't imagine what they're going through. Their son is a homicidal maniac and is now being sentenced, and the gravity of what he did to these families, to these four beautiful lives is playing out right now inside that courtroom behind me in Ada County, Idaho. We're going to get a break here. When we come
Like I said, they do commercials every time. Here we go.
The sentencing in the Idaho student murders. You're watching Court TV. Your front row.
All right, you guys, let me take it down before the commercial comes on. There we go. Oh, boy. So whoever's in here, what do you guys think so far? What do you guys think so far? How many years do you think he's going to get? He unalived 4 students, 4 teenagers, y'all, 4 teenagers. Hey, Super Chill, how are you? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Super Chill. Appreciate that. I've actually, it's like not live because what they're doing is, they're like 30 minutes, I think, off or something like that. So it's not live as for, At least I hope not. Yeah. Please hit the like. Thank you. Super chill. Thank you for the information. I appreciate you. Yeah, they got a commercial on right now. As long as it went into the next hour of whatever his next hour is, as long as it's not in the same hour, it should be okay. Okay, thank you, Super Chill. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. See, not everybody knows everything, right? Some people know more than others, and I'm glad you know more than others, because a lot of people tell you in a minute, like, oh, you can't show this, you can't show that, you can't do this, you can't do that. I know you can't show documentaries. That I know for a fact, because I got struck for a documentary on my other channel that got taken down. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then I guess I better get off of here, because I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. I've just been saying fair use, and I have my fair use sign up there, so I thought maybe, I don't know. But they're not live, because they're like, they have, that's, if they were live, they wouldn't be able to do all these commercials and stuff. They would just be going straight through the whole court situation, right? So it's not live, no. It's just like breaking news, just like how they always do, breaking news. How long you been on YouTube, Super Chill? Let me see how long you been on here? Oh. Okay, so it won't let me do it because I'm live. It won't let me look at your channel. I was gonna go check it out real quick, but it is what it is. All right, we're still at commercial time. Idaho student, okay. All right, let's see who's next. Depending on who's next, well, let me see. I could at least show you guys what's going on. There we go. Y'all should have seen, I don't know if anybody in here has seen it, but did you guys see when he was, when the judge was asking him questions when he did his plea deal? His plea, when he pleaded in? He was like all nonchalant. Like when he was answering questions, it was just like, you know how like when you order something and somebody says, would you like French fries or a salad with that kind of thing? That's what he acted like. It was crazy. All right, so this is who? All right, let's see. Okay, in the live stream. Deleted and wait for the next hour, and then use the last hour segments for the information. In other words, wait until that hour is up and then do it. Oh, okay, I got it. But if their monologue is pre-taped in the live slot, a it's not the same thing. Okay, I got you. Thank you. How long you been on YouTube, Super Chill? Oh, this is the victim's advocate. Okay, we don't have to worry about that one. My channel is Wolverine Transparency. I have just under 23,000 subscribers. I have about 7 to 9. Oh, wow. Okay, well, you're going to have another subscriber. If you could subscribe to me, and I'm going to also subscribe to you as well. After this live is over, I will be going over there and subscribing. Oh, if you can you comment in the comment in the comment section so that way I can click on you and get to your channel quickly? It's a lot easier than looking you up and then trying to find the thumbnail that matches you, or the avatar that matches. Oh, you troll around with this one? Oh, so you're trolling me? Okay, well, come in there with your other channel, this channel, whatever channel you have, and then I'll go check you out and then subscribe to you. You're funny, Super Chill. Oh, okay, Miss Chicago. Yeah, it is kind of hard, but you know what? We have a lot more people coming in when we do it this way. I think that's the reason why a lot of YouTubers use the vertical versus the horizontal. The horizontal is not, you can't, like, people don't just drop in, but on the vertical, people just drop in left and right. It's kind of hard to talk in here, yeah, because a lot of the comments don't end up getting seen. I wasn't going to be in here that long, though. Yeah. Thank you for the like, y'all. Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Oh, this is Maddie's grandma. Oh, this is going to be heartbreaking. We're going to have to share this one. How about we just share the voices? Hold on.
The way my family and I are
So this is what she looks like, the grandma.
prosecution team for
And
their
then I'm going to
dedication
let y'all
and
listen to
painstaking
it.
work that forced the perpetrator to admit his guilt. We want to thank the Idaho State Police,
Fair use, fair
the
use.
Moscow Police Department, the FBI, Judge Hippler. We'd also like to thank the University of Idaho officials who have treated the families of the victims with such dignity and kindness, and who have honored the 4 victims beautifully. Maddie was my first grandchild, so when she was born, all her grandparents had the distinct pleasure of deciding what we'd like to be called. I chose Nana, pretty original. But when Maddie was about 1.5 years old, her papa, Ben's dad, and I were planning to visit the new little family in Oregon. Maddie didn't have an extensive vocabulary at the time, but for some unknown reason, she called bananas P.Diddy. When Karen and Ben told her Nana was coming to visit, she figured I say deedle for that word. So I became Deedle, shortened to Deedle when she was about 6 or 7. And I was Deedle all her life. I don't think her stepdad, Scotty, ever knew my given name was Kim. Maddie's and my birthdays were one day apart, and a couple years before she was killed, she gave me this.
He don't care. Like, look at that face of his. He's so like blank, like he's blank faced.
And it's one of my treasured possessions. I also got an angel wing tattoo. Never thought I'd see the day, but along with many members of our family, replicating the one that Maddie and her sorority sisters had, I wanted mine where I could see and touch it often.
Oh, wow.
From preschool through grade school, I stopped teaching piano lessons early on
The
Wednesdays.
grandma got a tattoo. That's amazing.
Baths, brownies, and books. It was our special time together. And she went home those nights in her jammies with a pan of warm brownies for her family.
Oh, I thought you was live.
Although Karen and Scotty raised Maddie and did such
I
a
can't see
lovely
you
job
because
of
I'm putting it straight on
parenting,
the TV.
we Logans were lucky to
Sorry,
have
that was my
for
son.
holidays and many
Hey,
other
Real
family
Neptune, how are
gatherings.
you? Thank you for coming through.
We'll always
Appreciate
have our
it. Please
treasured
hit the like.
memories of
Thank
Maddie
you.
growing up in our big, extended, cooperative family. And I thank Karen and Scotty Laramie.
That's
for
the
being
grandma,
so
y'all,
generous and open
of
and sharing
Maddie.
from Logan's side of the family. When the 4 kids were murdered,
She's right there in the left hand
the
upper,
foundation fell
left,
out of our world.
the left hand, the upper left hand.
Initially,
That's the little, that's the girl. This is the girl right here.
The first 6 weeks were
Hold on.
excruciating. Despite the vigils,
Let me bring it in.
memorials, candlelight gatherings
Her,
of students,
that little girl right there.
friends, family, community members. After the arrest, in the past 2.5 years, my family has lived with grief, with the effects of traumatic grief, of which I was blissfully unaware before all of this. I now have a stack of books on grief. I've attended grief classes at hospice. I've tried EMDR.
He's so blank faced. Like his face just has a blank look on his, he just looks kind of like he doesn't care.
My son Ben,
That's obvious,
his
or he would have did what he did
sister's
anyway.
aunts, and I have all experienced depression and anxiety.
Fair use,
and
fair
sleep
use.
disturbance, requiring medical intervention at times. We've all sought counseling off and on. The struggle with media attention was extremely difficult, especially for Ben. No one should live through the violent murder of one's child. Some days it's beyond me how the parents of these kids are still upright. I'm thankful for the strong families and communities that are supporting the survivors. At the time, I could think of only 2 blessings surrounding the horrific murders. One was that Ben was living with my partner Tom and me at the time, and that we could support each other emotionally through it all. Sadly, Tom died a year ago of a rare brain cancer, and he won't be here to see justice served. He was our family's rock, and we all miss him
Wow.
every day. A second blessing is that my mother died of COVID several months before the kids were killed, and she didn't have to live through the horror.
Oh, wow.
It was difficult to identify blessings. So we've all lost our dear child and a future with her. I ache for the loss of the dreams that she and her true love, Jake, held. And my heart goes out to Karen and Scotty and your side of Maddie's family. You've had
We'll be getting off very soon.
loss. My heart aches for the kids' roommates and the families of the other victims, and also the family of the perpetrator.
Going forward, we Mogans are choosing to put our energy and focus into honoring Maddie's too short life and sweet spirit by celebrating Maddie May Day, which my two daughters established.
Mm.
On May 25th each year, Maddie's birthday, we encourage folks to do random acts of kindness in Maddie's name. In my daughter Katie's words, may we all protect our peace in whatever way possible, unite in community, and focus on joy. Please do an act in
He doesn't
kindness.
look like he has any kind of feelings like towards what he did. This is
Some
crazy.
glimmer of Maddie's light may live on. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
Wow.
Appreciate your courage and bless you and your family.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Like he has a blank stare in his face. It's just crazy. Oh. All right, you guys. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Okay, how did I do that? Oh, I didn't know we could even do that. That's crazy. I just learned something new, y'all. I did not even pay attention to that. That must be something new. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right, let me drop this thing down. Yeah, this is them. All right, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to be getting off. I don't want to make this live too long because when they do the actual sentencing, I'm going to be prepared for that. I'm just going to go live right away. That way, when the sentencing comes on, you guys can also join me. I would appreciate it. Please hit the like if you haven't done so yet. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. See ya. Bye.